So, what is love? It's not an easy question. Love is obviously the subject of countless stories, studies, songs, poems, and works of art, along with scientific studies. So, today in this video, I want to share some tools and perspectives around the subject of love that will help to empower us to understand it a little bit better and to get to know ourselves and others more deeply in the process. So, a lot of people equate love with romantic love, that state of infatuation for another person that happens during the early stages of a relationship, particularly in the dating stage and honeymoon stage. During that time, our brain is flooded with a cocktail of neurochemicals that include things like dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, phenylethylamine, and more. They keep the bond strong. But what happens when those neurochemicals begin to fade away? Well, when that happens, more of our true selves shine through. Our flaws, our fears, our vulnerabilities, and we often can easily move into the power struggle stage of a relationship. Now, here's the interesting thing. This does not mean that it's the end of the relationship. It's actually the contrary. If both partners are willing to be vulnerable and work with each other's imperfections, the couple actually progress into the stability, commitment, and bliss stages of a relationship. And this is what a natural cycle of human relationships looks like, not just romantic relationships, but even the cycle occurs across friendships, rebuilding family relationships, co-working relationships, if we get really close to somebody, and more. So I want to invite you to move away from the perception that romantic love is working only when things are really great and there's tons of infatuation. True relationships and moving from that infatuation or conditional love phase into we've dropped the mask, we've learned to accept ourselves and each other, and we move more towards unconditional love, actually take vulnerability, communication, and hard work. Similarly, we should move away from cliches about how love is shown because it's often shown simply in a romantic way and doesn't necessarily encompass all the other intricacies that really exist within love. We should invest time in learning about our love languages, our needs, and the different ways that we give and receive love. Ask yourself, what do you value most in relationships? Do you value words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of service, quality time, gifts? What makes you feel loved? And what about your loved ones? What do they value? How do they receive love? What about their needs in these contexts? We have to speak the love language of our loved ones, as well as in the needs language of our loved ones, and also communicate ours so we can give and receive love the way that we truly desire. It's also crucial that we learn our love style. In other words, what our attachment style is. And these are simply the patterns we learned and developed around love from an early age based on our upbringing. Do you feel anxious when your love interest doesn't reply back to you, or perhaps feel trapped or afraid of being trapped in relationships? Perhaps it's really hard for you to trust, and at times you fear being betrayed. And these are just some of the main challenges we may easily experience because of our different love style or attachment styles. And the good news is that learning about it and actively taking steps to reprogram it, but also share it with your loved ones in a relationship so they can be mindful of those things as well, can help you heal insecure patterns and become good at relationships. So let's get rid of our limiting beliefs, such as I'm not lucky in love, or love's not for me, or I'll always be abandoned. And lastly, I want to mention that we often focus on our external relationships too much, which can lead us to forget the most important relationship we ever have, which is the relationship to ourselves. When we actively work on getting to know ourselves, our needs, our wants, our boundaries, our attachment style, our emotional patterns, we can dramatically improve our awareness and the love we have for ourselves, making all other kinds of love a lot more easy to navigate, to understand, to communicate about, and to receive. If you want to do a much deeper dive and learn more about attachment styles, different love languages, and the different 6 stages of a relationship overall, you can click the link in the description box below and to join our school and check out some of the courses we have on these topics for free for 7 days. And also, if you want to learn how to actually help serve others in reprogramming a lot of these things, you can sign up for the waitlist below and check out our itinerary, everything that you would learn, and do live training with me to become a relationship coach, doing integrated attachment theory training, so that you can learn to reprogram these things at a subconscious level and help others thrive as well. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here and for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.